for 3 women seeking justice. 3 women who were going about their lives, rich with promise. They had love, they had families, they had bright futures. Life was good for all of them, until something happened. Something truly depraved that they never saw coming. One by one, these women were ripped from their lives, kidnapped, and held captive, used as guinea pigs by madmen. Now, this is going to sound unbelievable to you. Certainly, things like this don't happen in the real world, but this did happen. These women were experimented on. 2 of them were intentionally disfigured. Now, they're friends now, but they weren't friends at the time of their abduction. As a matter of fact, they had absolutely nothing in common, except for one thing. The defendant, Barbara Ryan, hated them all. And that hatred was enough to almost cost them their lives.
It's true. It's all true. 3 women were drugged, kidnapped, and used in an unauthorized medical experiment. What happened was criminal. It's shocking. But the simple truth is, my client had nothing to do with it. The victims deserve justice. If I were prosecuting, I'd try to win a verdict for them, but that's not my task. All I can do is illuminate the truth where Barbara Ryan is concerned. She's a mother. She has loved ones in her life. She's as horrified as you will be to hear what happened to these 3 people. And that brings us to the 4th victim. This victim also suffered abuse. She suffered neglect and betrayal by friends and family who purportedly loved and cared for her. That 4th victim was Barbara Ryan, the woman sitting before you. She, like the others, is hoping to claim some sort of justice today because she's just as innocent as Rose D'Angelo, Carly Tenney, and Emily Stewart. Was Barbara Ryan angry at these 3 women? Yes. Now, was she responsible for their kidnapping and imprisonment? No. I'm certainly glad not to be in the DA's shoes because she has the burden of proof on her, and she has no proof. You see, Barbara Ryan was deceived. Displaced in her own home. Excommunicated from her family. Forbidden to see her own child. She was ignored and neglected by people she thought were her friends as she single-handedly fought off a dependency on painkillers after her horrible accident last year. She was accused, harassed by the police and the media, and ultimately kicked to the curb like she was garbage. James Stenbeck was the mastermind of this entire affair. After escaping twice from police custody, he's nowhere to be found. Even the doctor who performed the sick experiments on at least 2 of the women cut a deal with the federal government before charges were brought against him. All of which leaves my client, who had nothing to do with what happened to these women or their faces, left holding the bag. She's the scapegoat, and that's why I'm here to defend her. You see, some time ago, this would have been so much easier. You simply took the accused to the town square, buried them up to their waists so they couldn't run away, gagged them so they couldn't speak, threw a sheet over their head, and stoned them to death. Now's your chance, people. You have your stones. Cast them. It's what you wanted to do to Barbara all along, isn't it?